Hey there, how's it going? Today I'm going to show a game I played against Saychess. He's an adult improver like myself, fellow Scandinavian, and he's got a blog about the subject and written a book about blindfold endgame visualization. So go check him out. I'll put links out in the description. And yeah, we're going to jump in straight into the game here. The time control was 45 minutes and 30 seconds increments, and we're both around 1800 FIDE. I think, well, he's going to improve very quickly, yeah, we're both around 2100, 2200 on lichess. So let's jump into the game, and afterwards I'll include the analysis we did together as well. So I'm playing the black pieces here. We get into a kind of a pseudo Catalan style. I also play the Slav myself against d4 c4, so we get this kind of setup with a solid pawn structure and the bishop outside it. He goes on to threaten the weakened b pawn. I have to defend with my queen, and we get into this kind of structure where white has the a file, but he has a double pawn, so it's a question if he can make this break with b5. We see it in the London structure quite often, but here I should be able to defend quite easily with these pawns here for the foreseeable future at least. So he tries to fight for the e5 square, and I'm able to push the bishop back a bit here, gain some space on the king side. He tries to invade, but I can just kick the bishop away, and now I have this trick here where I do the sneaky retreat move with the knights, and I'm able to trap the bishop with f6, and he's gonna have to give it up on either d6 or f4, sacking a pawn here. So he chose the latter, but wants to strike in the center first. So fine, I move my bishop away. The d pawn is still quite protected, as you can see. We get into this trade here, and now trapping the bishop. So he has to come in here and give the bishop up. And here I think he can still do okay here. If he managed to get some pressure on the e-file and perhaps bring the bishop in to attack, there's some tricks here along this diagonal, for example. But now he just advances the pawn here, and unfortunately I can just take it because I got tempo on the bishop here, as you can see. And the pawn is still quite well defended here, and I'm able to just defend the e6 pawn with the rook, and now I can double up as well. So I got very easy play from here on out. Just take the pawn. Tries to do some tricks here, but I can just take the bishop, take the pawn, and here he resigned. I think the engine says around -7 at this point. So yeah, it's pretty much over here. So yeah, let's jump into the analysis as well. Yeah. So I went for I usually play the Slav against d4 c4. So I wanted to go with the Slav-like setup against this as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's fine. I can also play c6 here.
Yeah, and I think that's also fine. And then I play c4 and
So now I complete my kind of Slav structure, 97 castle.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna play for e5.
And I play the London system quite a bit, and then you could, in London system you can also get this kind of structure.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was quite familiar with it. I thought, okay, that's fine to play this way.
Yeah. I thought about this as well. I usually get this against the London when I'm black.
I guess this is when the bishop is here, and that's always nice to put pressure on this 7 pawn.
Yeah.
But I think queen b6 is the best move.
Yeah, it's basically a only move, I think. Otherwise, I get too passive.
Yeah. And then we get the structure, and I guess you can also take and force my rook to go to to b1, but then you lose your large squared bishop.
Yeah.
But
I could play with the idea of playing a5, knight a6 maybe. Could be a line, but
yeah,
I'm not sure how I'm gonna win a pawn or essentially break through there. I can stop your attack easily, but
and
I think if I don't get anything out of it, it's not going to be worth it because you're just going to consolidate
no.
with the bishop pair.
So probably back here, and then
Yeah.
and there's this getting stuck.
Yeah.
It's a good move also. I was thinking here maybe I could also play b4 here maybe.
Yeah. b4 is fine.
And then here,
I think knight c3 is still fine.
Yeah.
It's basically a move order difference. And now now you're threatening b5.
You would castle, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Or d4.
I think castling is good because b5 is a problem now.
Yeah.
The rook is unprotected. And I don't really want to move the rook this early. Because then you might have, if I go rook c8, for example, you might have knight a4, knight b6 ideas, perhaps.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think castling is fine. But here I thought you would play knight h4 and then just take my bishop.
I also considered this move, but then I thought, okay, you can play your bishop to c2 maybe, and then my knight would just be stuck for a while, and then because I need to develop my own bishop first before I can get it away, and it can also reroute maybe. So I was a little bit hesitant by this plan. I consider maybe that just leaving this bishop here because it doesn't really it's not so great here. So I could maybe just you want to play e5, of course. So so I could maybe as an alternative. So let's say if I play rook here e2, e1, then
I'll probably still play h6 because I want to prevent this move. I want to just hide my bishop. But now
I push here.
Yeah, I can take, and now I get the d5 square. So
yeah.
Perhaps even e3 can be a move here to throw in first. Okay, rook takes. I don't know what it's really.
Yeah, I could take rook.
Yeah, maybe just to get the tempo. e3, rook takes. Knight here.
So
no, you take you got bishop takes as well. Yeah, it doesn't work. Maybe just rook d8 or something.
Yeah.
Now we can just trade. So yeah, I think the d4 pawn might become a bit weak.
Yeah. But if I take here.
Now the pawn is lost, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I should just then not exchange anything and then could play.
Wait, now I'm just piece up, right? You have to take it. I'm just F3 against 2. Yeah.
Okay. But I think rook e1 still is an alternative. At h6.
Sure.
Here. g5.
So, yeah.
Now.
I think just going back with the bishop is what I would do.
Just move it back?
Yeah. Yeah, d2 or c1. I'm not sure which one's best. And here I was going to play knight e4. And the plan is to get the bishop onto f6 and target d4 and support e5 as well.
Yeah.
So maybe you can
probably
come back here, perhaps.
What about I can play this move?
Yeah, but you're getting 2 double pawns. If I just take both knights.
Yeah, and I could. But I think this dark squared bishop cannot really. Let's say you could play f6.
Yeah, I can. I'll probably delay it. Maybe I'll go for a5 at some point. So a5 and b6. Maybe it works.
Yeah, I would like to play e4 here. I think.
Sure, e4 looks like a good move. I think I'll take and occupy the d file then. So perhaps this would be a good move to prepare.
Yeah.
I think I like black better here. You can also play bishop f8, bishop g2, and target e5.
So what about this move?
Yeah, taking bishop h4, is that anything?
I just think that the white has more space, but a little bit worse pawn structure.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah, no, easy. So, probably quite drawish because it's so locked up. I can even lock like this.
Yeah. But that's definitely an opportunity, possibility. Okay, but I play this move. And now my idea behind it was like that this rook would not be so good placed here, and I thought, okay, fine, then I can just move it here, and then I didn't really consider enough that the possibility that we could just move back, and now I have some problems.
Yeah.
But I think e4 was fine.
I felt a bit uncomfortable with the bishop here. I was calculating pawn takes knight. I'll just trade everything f6, and then the e6 pawn will hang in the end. After all,
I think the e5 move I played was a mistake. Which lost me in the game, but I think definitely you're better at this point.
Yeah.
e3 takes 6, and now this. Now I should probably maybe take here instead.
Yeah, I was gonna take with the e pawn.
And then play rook e6 or something like that.
Yeah, you do have some tricks there. For example, if I play king f7, you got bishop h5. Not right now, but after rook e1. So it's a little bit uncomfortable, but I think I can just start grabbing pawns here. And this entry square is protected. That's what I can get away with.
Yeah, I could then.
I think this might still be a good move just to protect this square.
Yeah.
So I can't get rid of your rook.
Yeah, I don't want to trade anymore than.
Yeah, for sure. So I do want to simplify by taking a c3. At the same time, this gives you the e7 square.
Yeah.
That's pretty dangerous, yeah. It's not so easy.
This knight could also be out of... it can only move back.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe f5, so I can play knight f6. Kick the bishop.
Yeah. So...
Oh, my bishop is running out of squares. Look. If you go... Yeah, but this I have a5. Maybe you can play... No, does knight a2 work? He looks strange.
But if you go back here...
Yeah, you're right. I can come back that way. You get b5 and stuff with tempo, but I'm not sure if you want that. But then you can go to e7 now. So no, I don't think you should play b4 because now I have bishop d8. You should play rook here first. That looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that would definitely would have been left me with more chances.
Yeah, exactly. You're creating some practical problems here for me. It's easier to mess up.
Yeah, I should have invested some more time at this point.
Yeah, maybe. So what's your idea with e5?
I thought, okay, I would like to like to create some counter chains or and some tricks.
Yeah.
So if here and I thought maybe I can maybe I don't know, create some chances here.
Yeah.
Against these pieces, but yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah, sure. It's worth a shot. The bishop your bishop is really strong.
I think I was just too pessimistic about the whole position, and that I didn't really consider my option of take b5.
It's so easy. Like you had a good position before, then it got worse after you kind of trapped your bishop, and then it's mentally tough to come back after that.
Yeah. They definitely didn't do the transition well from feeling having a good position to trying to survive. That was I just collapsed.
Yeah, I do that all the time. It's really hard.
Yeah, but I would like a rematch sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm up for that. So there you have it, folks. I hope you liked the game and the analysis. Please let me know if you like the format, if you have any feedback. I'll appreciate it. That will encourage me to keep me going. I may do some coaching videos next, so yeah, let me know what you think about that, and catch you next time. See you.